Oh man, yeah. The power of convenience. When you know it, when you show it, it's something golden. Trust me. Hey yo, it's your boy OK. Everything is stop your shit. Yo, so I wanted to come here to give some thanks, as I always do. I always give some thanks and some praise. Everything is bad to give negative energy or bad energy, even if you feel a certain way towards something or somebody. It's a waste. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's completely a waste. Suck it up, Buttercup. You know what I mean? Like, it's really not you shouldn't. You only got one life to live, I guess. And I guess begrudging people is just a complete waste of energy, and it drains your battery. So I wanted to come in here to thank all the people that have showed me something. So I thought about I was sitting there, and excuse me, I'm tired and I'm high and I'm sick. I'm on fucking like Advil or some shit. I don't know, fucking. So I was spackling the hole that I broke, that I told you guys about, and when I was doing it, the 4-year-old, the 8-year-old, like, what you doing? So they wouldn't know what's up. So I'm explaining it to them. Mind you, I just looked up on YouTube how to do this. Shout out to Jimmy Two Time, who came over and attempted to do it yesterday, but we didn't have the right size sheetrock. So I found the right size sheetrock today, and I had to pull the screws out and redo it. But he cleaned up the area. He made the hole for me. He made it with beams already, so it was nothing to do. So the kids, they're asking me, like, what are you doing? And I'm explaining it to them. And as I'm explaining it to them, the 4-year-old runs off and shit. The 9-year-old, I say 8, my bad, 9-year-old, she's sitting there like, that looks very relaxing. That looks very, she's like, it zones me out. I'm like, what? And then I'm like, doing this? Like, she's like, yeah, just working, like, the way, watching you work. And I was like, all right, like, I get it. I get it. Like, when I watch people play video games, or I've seen people when they watch me, you get into a little zone. You start when you watch a basketball game, so you get into a zone. So she took it further. She went ahead and asked me if I could I see myself doing this as a living. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't understand. I'm not receiving the question because she's 9. I gotta. Sometimes I forget that she's 9 and. Her brain is probably like a 13-year-old minus trying the bad stuff. Because as a teenager, you're like, how much can I get away with? You know what I'm saying? I think as a kid, she still has the respect there, and hopefully she always will, to not try to want to get away with something. You know what I'm saying? To just be an adult and ask or talk about it. That's the adult side of it. Some people aren't there yet to do that. Still have this kid brain with them. She has the wherewithal to want to understand something fully. That's an adult mind. That's an adult. That's what adults do. See things completely through. So I have to appreciate that. I have to give that value. I have to feed that. In order for me to feed that, I have to answer her questions when she asks me, even as foreign as I am to it. And I have to be honest with her and tell her, this is foreign to me. You know what I mean? So I had to explain that to her. Like, yeah, I'm doing this right now, and this is the reason I'm doing it, because there was a hole there. So you do this, and that, and the third in steps. Again, I just found this shit out between my friend telling me in person yesterday, and between like 5 YouTube videos. But they're all relatively doing the same thing, and if they can do it, I can goddamn do it. So I took my swing at it. It's drying right now. I explained to her the steps, and then she's like, and it's the kid part of her brain. Yo, what if the landlord came right now and caught you? I would look at her like, go to your room. Why would you say that to me? Trying to think all negative. Why you think like that? And she looks at it and she goes, I don't know, just be funny. She meant it in a humor way. She didn't mean it in a malicious way. And that's the kid in her. That's the beauty in her. But it took me back. I was taken back in those moments, and I thought about all the things that I've learned from my parents, my peers, older people that have this just impacted me in my life, and just have taught me things that had I not had those tools necessary, not that I don't know where I would be. Let's just say I really appreciate them teaching me those things so I can learn them for myself and I can have the choice to do them rather than not be able to do them. You know, there's a lot of people, I met people 40, 50 years old, and don't get me wrong, money can always talk for you. But, you know, being 40, 50 years old, not knowing shit, that kind of sucks too. You know what I mean? Being 40, 50 years old, not having you ain't good at nothing. I'm laughing, but it's not a funny matter. I don't mean to laugh at you. My point is that I feel, not that I feel bad, but, it's not their fault. It's not always their fault. Maybe they didn't have to learn it, or maybe they just didn't appreciate it. They didn't appreciate it to learn it. I value the fact I can fish. I know how to connect a hook to a line, to a fishing pole, to a sinker. You know what I mean? To put some bait on. I'm happy that I know how to cook my fish. I'm happy that I know how to. I ain't no fucking master chef, but I can work my way around a flame. I have yet to learn how to make a flame, in all honesty, but I want to learn that next. I'm grateful that I've experienced what it is to sleep outside, whether for good or bad, and speak to those people that I got to speak. You know what it is to sleep outside because you're too ashamed to go home, right? And I'm talking about I'm still a kid. I'm still a kid. Like I'm talking about living with my parents. Too ashamed to go home, so you're having a conversation with the bum on the bench. That's a real reality check for you at like 17, 18. Like, at least it should be. I was in there like, how the fuck you do this every night? And don't get me wrong, God bless the dead. Paul had some shit wrong with him in his brain. I think he thought people were in his brain or something like that. But, I'd be lying if I say I remember any of those conversations. And I think that was the point of having him there. That's what he taught me. Look what'll happen. All this time will pass you in life, and you won't remember shit if you do this. If you're doing what I'm doing right here, sleeping on this bench, it's gonna be worth nothing, because you can't even remember a conversation that we had. I'm grateful. Not to bounce past, so I want to bounce past more positive rather than Paul, but I'm grateful my father has taught me, my real father taught me, around my way around cars. I changed my air intake hose and my brake pads 2 weeks ago, while my friends sat next to me, fucking smoked weed and were drunk off of margaritas and shit. I had like 4 beers in my back seat that I couldn't even drink because I'm trying to fix the fucking brakes on the car before the sun goes down and shit. Like, I'm grateful he's taught me that though. And even though I fucked up, I think I let air in the brake, so I had to drive that shit to like my hood mechanic, Angel, and then Angel went ahead and can you sit there? Fucking little Puerto Rican mechanic. Venga, put it out. And we put it on the jack. And he already know, he's like, you got air in your brake. So he drained it for me. My brakes are good now. But even so, I had the wherewithal to where I only had to pay him whatever I paid him. I didn't have to pay him anything. Put it that way. I didn't have to pay him anything. 'Cause you know what I mean? That brake job would have been like what? There would have been like $1 each brake, probably. Like $200 for a brake job, maybe. That air intake hose, what? That hose cost me $15. A mechanic's gonna charge me $65. He's gonna charge me $100 to take out fucking 6-7 screws. Yeah, damn right it was a bitch. Yeah, there's a sensor there. Yeah, it was there for like 2 hours myself. Yeah, a mechanic probably would have did it in an hour. Yeah, okay. Hey, the car's still running. The car got no check engine light. Car's running fine. Just passed the inspection. Holla at me. Thanks, Dad. Feel me? I'm glad my dad's taught me a way around cars. If it wasn't for my father teaching me things like that, yo, I'd be, how many times I've been asked out? My car's smoking. I'm like, oh shit. And then I look at the dashboard overheating. Oh shit. Fuck. Gotta go check it. Nah. It's not only the fact that it was the fact that the fan broke. Fan broke in the car. It's not the fact I need antifreeze. There's antifreeze in the bitch. The fan broke in the car. And then you need antifreeze because now the antifreeze got too hot and it busted and it's all over the fucking place. So now I have to wait till the car cool down and make sure I never stop after the car cools down because you get fucking stuck because there's no fan. And the antifreeze only keeps it cool for so long. So, again, I got around for like 6 months not fixing that fan. Prior vehicles, I've fixed that fan. I remember, and Corey will back me on this. I remember, Quest will back me on this. I remember running a switch from the inside of my 86 Firebird to the inside, from the engine bay of my 86 Firebird to the inside of my car with a switch for my fan to turn on because something broke. My fan broke. I don't know, something broke. And I didn't have money to fix it. I just knew how to run wires. So I just ran the wire from my fucking... The fan worked. I had this shit working for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm grateful for the things I've been taught. I can't, and I think that what I'm supposed to do with the things that I'm taught is not only learn other things, you know, and grow with the things I know, but teach them. Teach them to whoever asks. Whoever asks, what you doing? Teach them. You know, I'm grateful I know how to take care of pets and animals. You know, I'm grateful that I was taught, you know, even though I get mad at my mother's sensitivity, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I'm taught to back off a little bit, be calm with people a little bit. People fuck up. It happens. If you're not taught that, you get to be a real lonely, mean person. Because whenever somebody wrongs you, you're just like, you wronged me. You're always fucking paranoid and spazzing and shit. Calm the fuck down. We're human beings. Like, people make mistakes and shit. I'm glad I got that empathy from my mom and shit. That I would learn that. Shit. I'm glad my uncle learned. Hey, even though he didn't teach me, I saw him out roll my first blunts. I'm glad. But yeah, I am grateful. I'm grateful for the all the things I've been taught through nature and through nurture. Because those things have made me want to give back and be the same way. Be the same way with the youth. Be the same way with just people in general. You know what I mean? Let them know there's other ways of doing things. There's always some other way of doing things, getting through. You can get through. You can get through. It's unfortunately if you weren't taught how, but you can get through. You know, maybe you don't know how to do something and I know how to do it. If you're willing to learn how to do it, then that's all you need, to be willing to learn how to do it if somebody's willing to teach it. So I'm grateful for all you people that have taught me something. Good, bad, ugly, physically, mentally. Good shit. My man Eddie just sent me. Hey, I just finished the audio on this. My man Eddie just sent me his fucking, because I don't know when this stopped. My man Eddie just sent me his workout video. It was awesome. Good looking, thank you. He's sitting there wanting to teach. And that's the point that I try to reference to. You know what I mean? He don't have to go out his way, send me all that. But look, he's doing that for free just because I asked him for it. There's something to be said about people that are willing to be teachers and aren't afraid to give back to people. And if you are one of those people that are so wound up with your own, nobody can be better than me and I don't want to teach nobody nothing and job security, and if you're one of those people that truly are just so selfish to not want to teach anything to anybody, yo, be the best you can be, because when somebody comes, they're taking you the fuck out. Yo, it's your boy, okay? Everything is okay. Oh shit, everything is okay. Stop your shit. That's gonna be high, yo. I'm gonna get this shit right. I want to do it natural. Fuck that. I don't want to record it. So if I fuck up once every 6 times, so sue me. Speak to fucking the producer. It's the fucking producer's fault. It's not my fault. It's the fucking producer's fault.